This is the Battle Rap Files, where the moments, the battles, and the narratives get broken down. No gas, just context. Rum Nitty didn't just become one of the best punchers in battle rap, he might have perfected it. Because in a culture built on bars, reaction, and pressure, very few battlers have been as consistent and as dangerous as Rum Nitty. Rum Nitty, coming out of Phoenix, Arizona, a region not always at the center of battle rap, no major spotlight, no built-in audience, just work. Early 2010s, local Arizona leagues like Battleborn, that's where it starts. Small rooms, limited exposure. But even then, the writing stood out. Because from the beginning, Nitty wasn't rapping like everyone else. He was constructing something different. They call him the Alien. And that name isn't random. It comes from the way he writes, the ability to connect words, the double meanings, triple entendres, setups that feel simple until the punch lands. And when it lands, it hits immediately. That's the difference. But Nitty, he didn't build long narratives. He removes everything unnecessary. No filler, no wasted lines, just impact, back to back, every round. Debuted on King of the Dot, a bigger stage, different audience. And instead of slowing down, he adapts because his style translates. Small room, big stage, it doesn't matter. The writing carries. Then comes the shift. URL, Rum Nitty verse Av. And this where everything changes. This wasn't just a battle, it was a blueprint. 2 punches, no filler, no wasted time. Just high-level writing from start to finish. Line after line, reaction after reaction. Until the entire battle feels like one continuous moment. And years later, people still go back to it. Because that battle didn't just live in the moment, it reset the standard for what a punch-heavy battle could look like. Rum Nitty vs. Iron Solomon. Different challenge, different style. Iron brings structure, layering, long-form writing. And this is where the questions come in. Can Nitty keep up in that kind of battle? Can punch and match complexity? And the answer is yes. Because in that battle, Nitty didn't disappear. He adapts, matching complexity while still maintaining impact. And that's when the conversation shifts, because now he's not just a puncher, he's complete. Gnome 9, Rum Nitty vs. Sue Surf, main stage, high pressure, big crowd, different environment, and still the same result, consistency. Because no matter the setting, Nitty shows up prepared, 3 rounds, high level writing, no drop off, and in battle rap, that becomes rare. Loaded Lux, now the conversation is different. Because now it's not just about competition, it's about legacy. Puncher versus pen, modern era versus layered writing. And just stepping into that space cements something. Because at that point, Nitty isn't chasing status anymore. He's part of that conversation. And through all of this, there's another layer. EFB, every fucking bar. A collective built on one idea, consistency, alongside Geechee Gotti, one of the most dominant figures of the modern era. And together, they represent something new, a shift in the culture. Less gimmicks, less filler, more writing, more precision. And that influence spreads, because now, new battlers aren't just trying to perform, they're trying to write like Nitty. And that's the real impact, because Nitty didn't just succeed in battle rap, he changed how people approach it. He made efficiency the standard, shorter setups, stronger punches, higher density, forcing the entire culture to evolve. And when you break down his style, it becomes even clearer. Minimal filler, every line leads to a punch, word association, name flips, double meanings layered quickly. So fast, the room sometimes has to catch up. And that's why you hear it. Run it back. Because the first time, you react. The second time, you understand it. And through all of this, the consistency never dropped. Battle after battle, year after year, different opponents, different styles, same level. And that's what defines his legacy. Not just highlights, not just moments, but reliability. Because when you book Rum Nitty, you know what you're getting. And that kind of consistency becomes its own form of dominance. But with that style comes a different kind of question. Because while the impact is undeniable, the conversation still exists. Is punching enough? Does efficiency carry the same weight as layered storytelling? Does it age the same way? And that's what keeps his name in debate, because for some, he represents perfection, a battler who removed everything unnecessary and focused only on what works. For others, the question is legacy, longevity, impact over time. But one thing doesn't get debated: his ability, his consistency, his place in the modern era. Because while styles shift and trends change, Rum Nitty stays effective. So when people talk about the best puncher in battle rap, his name is always there. And when you look at the modern era, it's hard to ignore what he represents: efficiency, precision, impact. Because Rum Nitty didn't just adapt to battle rap, he helped define what it looks like today. So the question becomes, is he just one of the best punchers? Or is he the one who perfected a formula